What a phenomenal fucking job, Adam. Knocking it out of the park again. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. Little break in the action for the craziness that is our weeks. Hope everybody's doing fan-fucking-tastic. Who do I see out there so far? I see V-Dog, Buffalo Soldiers out there, Kim Dixon, Tony Berry, Redneck Vapors in the house, Lumi, Addie Tooney, Lando's out there. Who else is out there? Erwin's out there, and Mike's out there. Everybody's coming in. We got a Lumi's out there in the chat. There's a Swags in the house. Our Willoughby James is out there. Man. Kim Dixon.
Everybody coming to hang out tonight.
Oh, excellent. We got the Merlin in the house too. The Mr. and the Mrs. out there. All right.
Yeah.
Train Sonic's out there now. Chevy Man's out there. Saturation Station. How's everybody fucking doing? Hope everybody's having a fantastic week so far. Wish I could say the same. Had a little bit of craziness today. Those of you that are interested, because I do like to share some stuff about what's going on with me, I was in the emergency room today. Not for myself, though. My son decided he was going to split the shit out of his chin and lip area. Ended up with a couple of stitches. Apparently, he cannot fly. Oh.
Jeez. That's a sad thing to learn that young.
Yeah, you know, it's a good thing to learn that young, though. Because he's not jumping from his high then. Crazy fucking week. However, yeah, it is what it is. He'll learn from it. Plus side is he was already up and running around all crazy, so we're good. Just
exactly, and the area that he hurt heals pretty quick, so.
You know, the downside to it I thought about, I kind of wish he would have fucking got a little scar up here. That way I could have called him Mini Harry Potter or something.
I know, right? Like a little lightning bolt?
Yeah, that would have been fantastic.
There's a slight chance he'd have concussion, though, if he whacked his head that hard.
He's a kid. He's resilient.
Yeah, and, you know, that was the only thing I was worried about was, did he hit his head hard enough to have a concussion? After we checked his eyes and everything, he was golden, so completely with it. Yeah, that's true. The stitches do suck in your face. However, he took it like a champ. I'll give him that. In honor of tonight, me not really wanting to do the 10 minutes, even though I had something planned, and Fresh so graciously just hit me at the right time, and I was like, yes, this is perfect, because you know what? I really was not feeling like doing my 10-er tonight. Fresh decided he wanted to take over the ball for us to get us started and something to talk about this evening.
That's right. So yeah, when I heard Adam's song, I immediately started flashing back a little bit to Chris Cornell and what a talented and like really, really cool human being he was. And then, you know, inevitably you kind of think about how it all ended for him. And he did wind up committing suicide when he was, you know, he was in his 50s, had a lot of stuff happen to him. But really what happened to him is he'd been seen by a doctor who had kind of prescribed mental health medications irresponsibly to him. And so he had been kind of in an altered state for months. And eventually he just kind of got tired of everything and wound up killing himself in a hotel room in Las Vegas. So for those that weren't aware of kind of what happened to Chris Cornell, people who knew him when he was, fairly normal, and, once he had gotten clean, because he'd been clean for years prior to his suicide, that it probably would have been the last thing that would have happened to him. So it's a good thing that comes up, because we don't talk about suicide prevention enough, and being aware of what's going on in our friends' lives. And then that also brings up the fact that it's very, very easy, especially with the amount of medications that are prescribed for mental health these days, to not take things as they're prescribed. You take them when you feel like it. Thank you, Ivana. You tell them. Not taking them as they're prescribed, taking things without doing research into them to find out, you know, kind of what the side effects are. You don't report what the side effects are. So it's a good thing to kind of reach out to everybody and let you know that, you know, if you know somebody that's having a dark time in their life, or they just haven't been right around you, you know, it's kind of taboo. You know, we say, oh, well, you know, in this society, you know, if they don't want to talk about it, we won't talk to them about it. But, you know, it might have been the only thing that somebody like Chris Cornell, who's a very creative, very open spirit, that he might have just needed somebody to talk to. Even though he did talk to people earlier in the day, prior to killing himself. So, you know, if something's not right, don't be afraid to ask questions of your friends. You could be doing them a favor. Especially those that, you know, are on that type of medication. Like I said, it's really easy to not do things the way that you're supposed to with something like that, and then you wind up with altered brain chemistry. You wind up with, you know, all sorts of wires crossed, and next thing you know, you're doing something that you would never do. So, you know, it's that other part of the taboo is, you know, if someone's acting strange, don't be afraid to call them on it and be like, hey, dude, are you taking your meds like you're supposed to? Especially those are our family members, those that are close to us. It's a good thing to keep an eye on. It's a good thing to keep an eye on those people that are incredibly close to us. I know pretty much at this point, pretty much everybody in the U.S. at one point or another has unfortunately been touched by someone in their life committing suicide. The majority of suicides are preventable. Well, suicide is 100% preventable. It's just a matter of getting out there, breaking that taboo, and not being afraid to say something to somebody or ask them, you know, are you okay? I know you're on these meds. Are you taking them the way that the doctor said to? Or are you just taking them when you think that you're not feeling good? Because a lot of times those medications are not meant to be taken when you're not feeling good. They're meant to be taken all the time so that you're at an even keel. And sometimes that even keel is the best place that you can be. So, you know, there's a lot of mental health issues out there that can kind of rocket you up one day, down the next, up, you know, up, down, up, down. And if you're taking your medications, you know, really, you know, just whenever we're on one of those down slopes, you're never going to get the effect. And, you know, the roller coaster ride might be a lot of fun, but the safest way to ride a roller coaster is on that nice even keel, you know, until you're able to work through whatever is causing the issue. Although some people will never be able to get over the issue and they'll always be on something. But everybody, just reach out to your friends, reach out to your family. If you think something's wrong, you know, reach out. Don't be afraid to hug somebody in public, you know, give them encouraging words, and don't be afraid to call them out on something if you see something wrong, because the world never should have lost Chris Cornell. The world never should have lost a lot of the people. The world never should have lost Robin Williams, although with what happened with Robin Williams, it's kind of understandable the reason that he did what he did. But yeah, the world doesn't need to lose any of you. It doesn't need to lose any of your loved ones. And it's really as simple as reaching out and saying, are you okay? Don't be afraid to go out and reach out and say, are you okay? Ivana, are you okay? She's back there yowling through my entire speech. So that's all I got, everybody. Reach out, hug your friends, ask them, are you okay? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
You know, on that same topic, I'm going to post something up that, well, I won't pull something up, but I'm going to tell you guys about it in case anybody missed it. Love or hate the Cheeto that's in charge right now. President Trump, whatever you're going to call him, I don't care. He actually did something fucking phenomenal today as far as veteran suicide is concerned. He went in and he put a task force out. He signed a task force to go and help stop veteran suicide. So, love him or hate him, that's something fantastic that he did put into order today. I did see it pop across on a couple of platforms. So,
veterans and LB, the LBGT community, those are the two highest profile ones. And we don't talk, you know, we talk about veterans because veterans is an easy issue to talk about. We don't talk about that other half of the coin that is, you know, suicide. You know, it's like 25 and 25. There's half your suicides right there. And it's, you know, and, you know, the veterans go through a lot of stuff and they don't want to talk about it. We don't. You know, we don't like to talk about what we've been through. And, you know, the LBGT community, like they go through so much and they have absolutely nobody to turn to because, you know, they're shunned for what they're going through. And they just want to be the person that they can be. So, you know, you know, it's nice to see them shine a light on the veterans, but the veterans is the easy one. You know, that's
Well, it's because it's the easy target, and I know that. But at the same
Mhm.
time, for me, it is a feel-good point being a veteran myself. And I know if I was on the other half of that coin, and they did something for me as well, that definitely something that can be looked at as well. So it doesn't matter who it is, just make sure you're looking out for everybody. If you do notice that big difference in the way that they're acting or something of that nature, by all means, reach out to them. You might want to reach out to that cat because that's way out of normal.
yeah, our Willoughby, yeah, dude. Like, see, it's just that easy. And like the person probably didn't even think they were doing anything wrong, especially if they're taking lithium. Like I bet they're like, yeah, just, you know, I'm really getting down. I better just double this shit, you know, without asking anybody. And lithium, that's not how lithium works. Lithium works over months of getting it into your system and then staying at exactly the right plate or exactly the right place. Like, so yeah, you gotta ask people. You can't be afraid to say something to somebody, even a stranger. You see someone having a rough time, just, you know, reach out and be like, are you okay? Yeah, it might make the difference. In their day.
Sometimes that's all it takes is because sometimes they just want to know people care. That's it. Doesn't matter who it is. Most people just want to know that somebody cares about what's going on with them.
That's right. Like I always say, I may not be the easiest person to get a hold of, but you can always reach out to me. I'm sure you can always reach out to TJ. You can always reach out to Lumi. Always reach out to Adam.
Yeah, if you just need somebody to talk to, fucking hit one of us up. Me and Lumi are up all night. Fucking hang out with them.
Adam and Meter have both been there. I personally struggle with depression based off of some of my medical issues. So if I'm having a bad night, I will reach out to Adam or Meter, and they will be there in the drop of a dime. Or nurse.
Dime bag. Oh, in Meter's case.
Yeah.
And it's good if you are suffering with depression to be open about it.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody suffers, you know, we all suffer from depression from time to time, especially this time of year, right?
Oh God,
like we're in the dark months right now, that like November through like, you know, the end of March when things are, you know, kind of at their darkest. You know, the weather's shit. You can't go out and do the things you want to do. You know, it's dark all the damn time.
People don't come and see your band.
I love your bands, Adam.
I know, but when it's cold, it's like kind of quiet, you know?
Yeah. Like, fuck, is anybody going to show up tonight? Well, I guess we're
sweating our balls off, and it's like, you know, the other bands and their girlfriends are out there. And we're like, well, this is cool. This is good enough.
Let's just show them how much better we are than them.
Exactly. Exactly. Yep.
I've got this cool little doohickey to weather through the cold.
I've actually got a couple of those.
Rainbow Skull Ninja Wrap.
And I think all I have is one big full face mask. I'm good. Actually, and I don't even need it.
I know, right?
TJ just folds it up.
If it gets cold, I just pull this up and we're good. I fold it up around the sides. Cover the ears.
I just cut off all my split ends. It's looking full and luscious today.
Yeah. So what's everybody getting into this week? Please tell me there's something good going on. It's been a wee bit of a rough one.
I have a long one if we really want to go into everything.
We do.
She's long.
Oh, we do, Lumi.
So my great day started off before I went to bed. Nurse and I played the same video game. And when Nick got home, he wanted to play one of the new game modes that just got released on Destiny 2. Nurse just so happened to also be playing it. She just wasn't in group with us, so Nick and I queued in, and all of a sudden I see Nurse Vapes on the enemy team. And
Oh, I missed that.
I feel so terrible, but every time I went in to invade to kill the enemy team, poor nurse. I just ran right at her. And it brought me good laughs for the morning. And then today my sister wanted to pick me up early for my birthday. And Mr. Loomy handed me $40 to go out with my sister. And I bought the most absurd shit you could think of.
Splurged.
I splurged. I bought. Should we go into everything that I bought randomly?
Sure. What? Oh man, that East Coast came out there for a second.
There's the laser pointer that I got to play with.
You did. That was on your list, so.
A little desktop fan that takes AA batteries.
Damn it, Lumi.
A big package thingy of bubbles. This was reasonable. So when I sell my braids or give them out, if they're Nichrome 80, because I give the strands, I put them in little Ziploc bags. So I found these little snack size Ziploc bags for my braids. Two bags of popcorn. Tyr is excited. A Slim Jim and jalapeno jerky.
Ooh, that jerky dough.
And then everybody's been talking about Girl Scout cookies, so I got the off-brand of them. I got the peanut butter fudge cookies. The coconut dream cookies. Grasshopper cookies.
Ooh.
3 random ass baskets.
Because baskets.
And half a dozen donuts.
Nice.
You know, I forgot to ask when you were talking about this earlier. Did you by chance pick up a Bill Murray movie out of the $5 bin?
No, they don't have a $5 bin at Target. I was too
Okay.
busy playing in the dollhouse if they did.
Oh, it was worth a shot. See, Eric popped in here. I seen Vaping Bachelor was in here. Who else popped in here?
GBV?
Jerry's in the house.
The J Jerry?
My brother Eric Sutherland's out there. Old babyface himself.
Babyface.
Perfect.
Best part about this whole venture is I actually was completely sober. This is just Lumi on a regular day. And if you watch the video of me crawling into the dollhouse,
There's a video?
I'm a very awkward being in person. This is nothing out of the normal.
I like the very end of it where you just like she's just sitting there kind of chuckling at you and just like slowly reach out and just close the door on her.
Gizzard stew.
Sporkly.
Yeah, what is everybody else up to? I hope everybody else was this eventful.
Today? No,
No,
not me.
super busy at work.
You
I
know,
sang Like a Stone for like a couple hours. Fucking tore
There's
my-
worse ways to spend a day, I think.
Yeah.
Like, listen, like, okay, what did Chris do there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's back that up. Back that up. We got to get this right.
Yeah, there were a couple of lines where I had to do them quite a few times to get them.
Oh,
He is
he has such a huge vocal range.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope I did it justice.
I love the cover. I think everybody that heard it at the start of the show, I think you got a lot of what? Yeah.
oh yeah, that's fantastic.
Did you get your lost and found stuff yet?
Hmm?
Or did you not have it fresh?
No, I don't have it. I'm just gonna wind up buying it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Lemmy, I do need to apologize. I did not send your packages out today because I was in the emergency room instead of at the fucking post office like I was supposed to be today.
You guys are crazy. If you guys are doing me a solid or a favor, there's no time limit to having to do that kind of thing. Like, you're doing me the favor.
I wasn't.
Take all the time you would ever need.
I'm just saying, I was going to initially do it last week, but other shit got in the way, and then I was like, oh, Wednesday, I've got time after work. Let's go do this. Nope. Instead, I was in fucking medic mode and yelling at the missus, which I really felt bad about after I did it, because I was telling her to get her shit together as she was about to pass out from my son bleeding. Yeah, and I think it wasn't so much to get your shit part together as more of the yelling, unfuck yourself, which that really made me feel bad after I thought about it. I got to the emergency room because I left her at home. I'm like, you just need to go sit down, relax, get your shit together, unfuck yourself. And I was like, whoops. Got to the ER, I was like, I probably should not have said that.
Yep. TJ went straight army mode.
I did. I should have got her a condom so I could have fucked her feelings.
Yep. Hope your heart has a condom because I'm about to fuck your feelings.
Yeah. I really felt bad about it. Like, one of the few times that I made a heartfelt apology to anybody. They don't happen often, but that was one of them.
TJ might be sleeping on the couch tonight. Maybe.
Nah, she's good. I think she thought she would be able to handle it fine, is what she said, and she realized I am not that person anymore, apparently. I was like, well,
yep.
As long as you know. So next time some shit happens like that, I already know what's going down. I'm running to the neighbor's house again to get him to drive me to the ER while I'm putting pressure on a wound.
You never know how you're going to react when something that close to your heart gets hurt. Like, I'm pretty sure my reasonable response, if anything ever happened to Tira, I will go full out John Wick.
That's your assumption. You're gonna go break the concrete in your garage. You're gonna go break the concrete in your garage, break out your gold coins and your HK P30Ls, and off you go.
I'm just gonna grab all of my guns in the house, and I will. This is my hopeful, reasonable response.
I already know what.
I was devastated at first, but once I get my hands on that gun, I'm trooping.
Yeah. I already know what happens to me. I've been in that situation a couple times. Like, the emotions turn off, and when they come back on, it's bad. But
it was.
I'm pretty straight faced and get the fuck out of my way. It needs to get done.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was good until I was sitting at in the line at Walgreens waiting for to pick up his prescription for the antibiotics so he doesn't get an infection. I lost it in the fucking car.
Get the fuck out of my way. I got important shit to get.
And because there was like 5 cars in front of me, so I fucking lost it while I was sitting in the car waiting for him.
Yep.
All right, now it's done. It's over. It's got that shit out of my system. Let's go back to normal.
Yep. That's the bad part, is when they come back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think it is more so because I knew there was nothing I could do to prevent it, so I fucking felt miserable about it. But it is what it is. On a lighter note, I see Tommy's out there. Hello, Tommy. And James Rivera. And Andrew Heaton as well. All right. Fucking folks are rolling in strong. And I did see Rust was in here swinging his wrench around. JFM just popped in. Man.
What up, JFM? JFM photoshopped my face onto an elf. Thanks, JFM.
I did see that. That was fantastic.
It was hilarious.
How did I miss this?
It's in the Freshippy book.
Do you even Freshippy book, yo?
Do you even Freshippy book? Not that a lot happens in there, but
every once in a while we'll get a nice little gem out of there.
Yeah. That place usually lights up when I go on vacation. I start posting vacation photos in there.
I'm terrible with social media.
Yeah, so am I. I don't post shit.
I just try to type Freshipy book in Google search. That's how great I am.
If anything comes up, let me know. It's a private closed group, so
Fuck you, Google.
it shouldn't show up. Oh man.
Well, Fidalgo. Snowing in March, if you live in Wisconsin, not a big deal. That's all I'm saying. We're getting it this weekend.
That's right, Fidalgo. It snowed all fucking day here, and none of it stuck. None of it stuck. It was just that, it was so on the edge of snow and rain that, like, from minute to minute, you didn't really know which was happening, but it looked like snow all day, and it was fucking, like, the forecast for today was nothing. It was absolutely nothing.
What you got there, Lemmy?
Buddha
You got your 30 millimeter.
for my big ass braids. Now this isn't gonna focus unless I turn this off. There we go.
Aw.
XO Toonie.
Oh, yeah.
This
Yeah,
thing.
Two of it's a piece.
Oh, yesterday was Fat Tuesday. Today, not thinking about this, I just wanted to share this because I thought it was funny because it took me a moment. One of the nurses in the triage room at the ER today had looked like fucking dirt on her forehead, and I couldn't fucking figure it out. And as I'm leaving, I'm going, "Oh fuck! Yesterday was Fat Tuesday. Today's Ash Wednesday." Well, that explains the dirt on her forehead. I almost said something like, "Do you know there's dirt on your forehead?" But I was like, she probably knows. Just fucking leave her alone. And I'm glad I didn't say anything, because then I'd be like, "Oh, you're that fucking asshole, aren't you?"
I remember always being like super confused because they would actually like come to the high school where we were at. They would actually come to the high school and do it. And so, you'd be walking through the hall, and all of a sudden there's like a line of people walking down. They've all got the little crosses of ash on their forehead, and you're just like, what sort of a cult movement did I wander into? Like, oh shit, it's Ash Wednesday. I wandered across the Catholics. Got it.
Yep. Caught me off guard, and once I realized what it was, I was like, "Oh yeah, way to go, dum dum."
Yeah.
I was like, "Huh." Apparently, not always thinking 100% clearly. It took me a while to get past it. I was like, "Huh." Guess I had other shit on the brain today. Then.
Look at Lando ordering online.
Nice.
Man, Lando.
Adaray.
Adaray Elikids.
About time. I've been trying to get him to swap to ordering shit online instead of going to his local shop for a while.
Oh, speaking of that, in case anybody fucking missed it, I know I put it in our group chat, but if you live in the state of Wisconsin, you need to start sending shit to Tony Evers quick, fast, and in a fucking hurry. Because that little dirtbag there is going to bag and tag anything vape related, by the way that it looks like it's worded, with a 71% tax.
Mm-hmm.
70 fucking one. You know what that means? $20 bottle of e-liquid, now $30, $31, something like that.
It's back to premium e-liquid days.
Yeah.
Right.
So, just know, make sure if you are in this neck of the woods, send him something. Send your local representatives to report to him that shit.
Yep. Anybody in New York needs to be on the phone with the governor.
Yep, that's right. New York's on it right now as well. There's a fucking bunch of shit going down.
Yeah, there was a bill introduced in Congress.
Yep.
Out of Colorado, the representative out of Colorado, I believe, she's a Democrat out of Colorado, introduced a bill that's a nationwide flavor ban.
Yep.
Once again, this bill has about a 0% chance of going anywhere, but on the off chance that it does, you need to get in touch with your reps and be like, "Hey, listen, you will not support this in any way, shape, or form, or I will not vote for you, and I will tell people not to vote for you because you're my elected representative." I doubt you're going to get calls from the other side about this shit. You get calls from tobacco-free kids, but you're not going to get calls from your other constituents. I bet, because it doesn't matter to them. It matters to me.
Jerry, if this doesn't answer your question, I'm in Wisconsin. Lando's in Wisconsin. There's a couple others, but kind of where the finger is pointing. If that doesn't explain it to you, you know. Yeah.
That's right, Gizzard. Don't get too close to the microwave. Gizzard's all soaked up in diacetyl. I know that, dude.
That he is. Although I will give him credit, that video that he sent out was fucking funny as hell. The only thing that made it better was all of the dust around the guy's face.
And there were some sound bites off of that. I'm like, dude, you had to have captured that sound bite. Like when you make your triumphant return to YouTube with your new soundboard, it's gonna be fucking spectacular.
That it will. Fucking out. That shit was funny as hell. Intervention.
Squonky, squonky.
Squonky, squonky,
26
squonky.
degrees in Georgia, jeez.
I'm
I like
disappointed.
how my forecast just popped up and it's like high 36, low 33. Like, yep, it's wintertime in Washington. Like there's a 3-degree difference from day to night.
What's happening, Boca?
Howdy,
Good
Boca.
morning, buddy. I feel really weird saying good morning when it's fucking evening here. But, whatever. You know where you're at.
Night, Toonie.
Bye,
Later,
Toonie.
Toonie. Love you, brother.
Go give the missus a hug.
Shit. You're telling me, Andrew, 36 degrees when it hits that, I might wear shorts and a fucking tank top outside. I'm over
Yeah,
this
but
now.
you guys wouldn't want what happens here because you get the wind off the ocean, so you get this really, really moist air. So even when it's like 30 degrees and that wind starts whipping, it's like, fuck, dude, is it like negative 15? Like, what the hell's happening here? It just cuts through everything. Like, there's no amount of layers that you can wear when it really gets ripping here that will stop it.
In Green Bay, we get it right off Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
It's
So
fucking
I
miserable.
assume it's kind of similar, where you're just
Yeah.
like, there's no amount of warm clothes that you can wear and to warm up. Like,
And
there's just nothing.
there's this fucking place. It's like there's no break between here. There's almost like there's no fucking trees. There's tons of trees, but wind's always fucking gusting around here. I know Adam's familiar with that. He lives in fucking the Windy City, for Christ's sakes.
That's right, Fidalgo. And then the rain hits. You're like, son of a bitch, it won't stop.
Yesterday, we were walking down the block to our drummer's house. Me and Ed had to park a block away because, you know, Chicago. And the fucking wind was like pulling my bass in the opposite direction. Like, it was like my whole arm was just like, wow. It's like, no, you will not take this. It's new.
It's mine.
I just bought that bass.
You know, I'm just saying, Mother Nature
Come to
can
the Great
pack
Lakes with us, Adam.
I'm saying Mother Nature can pack her fucking bags and get the fuck out of here. I'm over this nonsense. Oh, and if you guys didn't know, I think it's this weekend. We spring forward an hour, I think.
Is it this weekend already?
I think so, yeah.
No!
Yep. Saturday night, I think.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Mm-mm. I
So-
got bronchitis.
So, you know, that did bring up a good point with this, with the bouncing forward in Mother Nature right now, and talking about Ash Wednesday earlier. I know what I'm giving up for Lent. My niceness to Mother Nature. That bitch can go fuck herself.
I think you're missing the point of Lent, TJ.
You're
Speaking
supposed to
of
give
Mother
something up, right?
You're supposed to give something up that you like so that you can learn to love it more.
Well, I really didn't not like Mother Nature. I did like her at one point. I'm just saying.
I see. I'm like, if it's cold and snowy and like it's just coming down, I fucking love that shit. I'll go out and shovel a driveway, split some wood, get a good sweat going, rip off the top layer,
You
just
know,
be out there having a good old time.
And I'm okay with that as long as it's snowing, not blowing, and 40 below zero. Right now,
If it's blowing, then you got drifts to dig into. And it's snow for time, TJ.
Speaking of Mother Nature, I just want to say anybody here that has been affected by the tornadoes that ripped through Alabama, I hope you are safe, and I hope you're in one piece, and you're doing well.
Yeah, that was some gnarly shit that happened down there.
Yep.
Although, I am kind of glad after I read all the reports, a lot of those people had about an 8-minute warning prior to those happening, so they had plenty of time to get to safety if they had safety available to them. Which is good. That's a good sign, considering you can't normally trust a fucking weatherman. So one time, the more I think about that, I swear to God, I went into the wrong career fields on more than one occasion. I should have went and become a meteorologist, because you know what? So one job you can be wrong all the fucking time and never lose your job.
True that.
I'm just saying, those guys got it fucking made.
Yeah.
Team No Spank. Thanks, guys.
Is that part of that like No Nut November thing gizzards do? Like, is that what?
No nuts?
Lumi's like, wait a minute, what?
No
What sort of
nuts?
nonsense is this?
If you
What sort of
know,
nonsense? What sort of nonsense are you online porn communities trying to proliferate?
well, no, I was going more for the fact that if you ever hang out with me after a stream, there's a good chance I have a big bag of nuts in my hand.
Huh. Should probably be a little more clear on that. Whose bag of nuts is it?
Don't worry about it. Just know that I normally have a big bag of nuts that I'm normally
Big old,
nibbling on.
big old sack. Just a nut sack.
Next home, I gotta go, everybody. Time for my protein shake.
Yeah, has Arizona gotten any more snow? Because they got crushed a couple weeks ago, for their standards at least.
Like Flagstaff gets shellacked, but the majority of Arizona doesn't know what like 70 to in the 50s.
No, fucking our good old.
It's like 70 there like all winter, and then it's just like it's 115 starting in March. Like no.
I laughed. Our buddy, Chris Reed, lives down in Tucson now, and they got like 12 inches of snow there.
Nice.
He's like, he said, I own a shovel, but not a snow shovel. It took for fucking ever to dig my car out.
Oh, man.
I was like, maybe I'll just send you one, but you probably won't use it for like another 15 years. So anybody else? What's going on out there? Meter, is your fucking video set yet? Would you finish rendering that cocksucker? Seriously.
Is your
Get in
computer
here.
high, man? Why is it going so slow?
You ever rendered video? On weed?
Some crazy shit, man.
I thought I hit the start button like an hour ago. Click, click. Now we're good.
Hey, why isn't this progress bar going anywhere? Oh, that's the start button, man. Got it. I'll be on later.
Render that
Maybe.
shit, homie.
Maybe I'll be on time. I'll be in for outros. Maybe. Nice Heats. Yeah, the KLPYB2. AKA Sloppy Seconds. Yeah.
Sloppy.
I know how you kids like them.
Extra sloppy. Lady, you're scaring the
So,
kid.
what gave you guys the biggest laugh this week out of anything that you saw? TJ, what gave you your biggest laugh this week?
I don't know. I think the biggest laugh I seen was I went to a fucking place called Sobelman's this last weekend. They have a $60 fucking Bloody Mary on their menu. $60 fucking for a Bloody Mary.
Wow.
Why? because there is a full fried chicken with a stick stuck up its ass. And I laughed when I seen that because I was like, that's fucking ridiculous. Who spends $60 on a Bloody Mary just because it's got a fried chicken stuck up its ass?
Wow.
Yeah. It was
fantastic.
fucking stupid. Like, the missus and her nephew both got these fancy fucking Bloody Marys where they had chicken wrapped in bacon covered in fucking hot sauce, shrimp skewers, and all this other shit in them. Like $15 a piece. I'm like, Jesus fuck. I'm like, I'm glad this is our like little mini vacation. Otherwise, I'd tell you to fuck up a rope buying a goddamn $15 Bloody Mary. Not when I can go down to a pub that's probably 3 doors down and get it for like $4.
Like really, people, it's tomato juice, Tabasco, vodka. Like that's all there is to it. If you're feeling fancy, you crack open a V8. That's a Bloody Mary. That's all you need.
Yeah. And if you're feeling real fancy, you sprinkle some celery salt in there and you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Although Bloody Marys in Wisconsin, they're kind of a fucking mainstay. A lot of people love them here, and I get it. I'll have one occasionally, but I'm not gonna spend fucking $15 on one. Nope. I had myself a fucking Leinenkugel Snowdrift Vanilla Porter, and I was good.
There you go. I've had a Snowdrift Vanilla Porter.
But it did make me laugh just because of the fucking price. And it's not that the Bloody Mary itself was that much bigger. It came in like a little fucking pint, like a... Oh, fuck, I don't even have one out right now. Like a little fucking pint canning jar.
Yeah.
I'm going, seriously, $15 for that? I was like, that better be the best goddamn tasting Bloody Mary ever. She goes, no, because they use Tabasco. She likes Cholula instead of Tabasco in hers. Fuck. All right.
She probably could have asked, and they probably would have done it.
Yeah. She forgot to ask. It was her own goddamn fault. She even said it when she tasted it.
Lando says, I've never had a Bloody Mary. Bring on the hate. Yeah, I don't hate you for not having a Bloody Mary.
No, yep. And Giz is right.
Splash of Worcestershire.
I had one once in my entire life, and I don't really drink tomato juice to begin with, so.
So when your deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went back to beers for the night.
Okay. See, that's always a morning drink. If you're going to do an all-day drink, that's something you have in the morning. Gives you a little bit of vitamins, and you're good. Unless your fucking old boss at the bar is making it, then it's half vodka and a splash of fucking tomato juice. And by half vodka, I mean 3/4.
Yep.
Fucking.
Yeah, you just throw the Tabasco or whatever hot sauce you're using in to cover up exactly how much vodka you're using.
Yep.
Just let her go down. They're good for sipping on like a Sunday morning after a really, really gnarly Saturday. Hair of the dog that bit you. How about you, Adam? What was the funniest thing you saw this week?
Really see that much funny shit. Like it's been
like my life has been a hole of misery, Fresh 03. Thank you for asking.
Not even misery. just uneventful since Saturday, since we went to the studio and did that little recording venture. But
Did you see any kids fall on their faces while you were at the school?
At what school? Where I was doing the recording or whatever?
Yeah.
It's a college.
Oh.
They're all grown-ups.
Fuck.
I mean,
grown-ups fall on their faces?
No, it was like dead. There was nobody there. We were like the only people in the whole building, I swear.
On a Saturday in college, yeah.
Yeah.
There's not going to be a lot happen until that evening.
Yeah, it's a media school, so they do like animation and 3D stuff, and then the 5th floor or 6th floor, whatever we were on, was dedicated to recording and music arts and whatnot. It's a big, fancy, professional studio, though. So
it did look fancy from the pictures. Have you gone?
Yeah, cool to do them a favor, yeah. And then we get some tracks, and if the part of the project is for them to actually, to mix and master the songs. But if we aren't satisfied with any of their mixes or masters, we get all the tracks and we can mix and master and use whatever out of that we want. Re-record guitars and shit. So it's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a good deal for you.
Funny shit. Oh yeah, I guess that day watching Ed fumble over his guitar solo was pretty hilarious.
Come on, Ed, get your shit together, man. We're supposed to be gone already.
I was sitting in the control room with the producer girl, and just every time I was like, he fucked up, and she was like trying not to laugh, you know. I'm like, just laugh, just let it out. It was great.
Our lead guitar player.
You gotta practice those solos, man, if you're gonna play them. I was like, Ed, do you want me to? And then I was like, no, I'm not even gonna. I could have flew through all of the parts, but I'm the bass player in that band, so.
Ed, we're gonna need to run that again.
Because I knocked my shit out like super quick. Just did like 3 takes of.
3 takes and you were out?
3 takes of each song, just so they could have, you know, mix and match capabilities and whatnot.
Oh. How about you, Lumi? What was the funniest thing you saw this week?
I also feel terrible about this, but this is the second time it's happened. I was patting on the couch for Tira to come up, and as I was pulling my hand away, she jumped into my hand, and I kind of like slapped her back down. Well, I didn't actually slap her, but her jumping into my hand, she kind of just went right onto the floor and just looked like the most sad puppy I've ever seen. Like, I've just like taken away all of her food and special snacks and all kinds of. She just looked miserable, like I just took something from her dignity, maybe.
I actually had something similar that was one of the funniest things I saw this week. Padme was she was standing on a box, and like the box, it's on its side, so it's not all that steady. And she sees me putting treats out on the coffee table, and so she goes to jump and just head first into the like the edge of the coffee table.
I love when cats fail.
Yeah, because like you could see her, and like she's really like she's gonna spring to this thing, and then like the box just gives way. she goes about a good 6 inches and just thump right into the edge of the coffee table. But the funniest thing I saw was this.
Nice.
Oh, that was pretty goddamn
Am I supposed to get that
fantastic.
reference too? Because now, other than the fact that it's me not watching Bill Murray, but I don't know the movie reference that's from.
I don't know what's worse there.
I mean, it's equally bad.
Yeah. About a horse apiece. You're right.
Yeah. Who's Bill Murray? I've never hit a kid before.
Yeah, I don't know where that scene or quote comes from. If it's a movie or a show.
I think there was something that I posted that followed that should be a dead giveaway as well.
I like to get out.
Oh, that's actually a very good pun. A dead giveaway. I'm just saying. That was a pretty good
About the times that these messages were coming through, I was probably playing in the dollhouse at Target.
It's alright. It gives you time to go back and look at them now, so you can catch up. Then I also possibly
Bill
put in
fucking Murray.
My cat is running amok in the other room.
Ooh, Volka's talking about coming over next year for possibly NVE or Vegas.
That'd be cool.
Hell yeah. That would be awesome.
Boca, have you been to the States before? Oh, yeah, I would love to visit the U.S. again. So you have been here. Like, where have you been, Boca?
And don't say North Dakota. Please don't say North Dakota.
Yeah, because I mean, NVE is going to be cool, but like it's kind of out in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere in Connecticut.
However,
What do you mean
Connecticut is pretty small.
The majority of Connecticut is the middle of nowhere, just like the majority of the New England states. You're like, where exactly are we? Oh, there's a town of like 300 people, like right over there.
Connecticut feels way more populated than to where I live now. Like, I've lived in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, Connecticut, multiple times. But Virginia has been more middle of buttfuck nowhere than Connecticut.
Yeah, you're right. There are a lot less people. You lived in Texas? They had visited 47 states in total. Nice. Woo! 2 hours from New York. I don't think it's 2 hours from New York. I think it's a little bit further than that.
How long did it take a fucking Phenom and them to drive up there? There's your.
I thought it was like 3 to get up there. Voca's been to New Orleans? Okay, yeah, so Voca's been all over the place. Have you been to Vegas?
Vegas is a good time. Whether you gamble or not.
Like Todd has been to the U.S. once, and he went to Las Vegas.
Hey guys, told you.
He had a really good time. He was hanging out with the Chef's Flavors guys and just wandering around, seeing the craziness that is America. Like Vegas is just like the epitome of like what America is. Like it's just craziness, and like you can go shoot guns in the desert or go skydiving or zip line down the strip, and
or if you're feeling like taking your taking berries into account, you can go find yourself a whorehouse that's legal.
Exactly. Right outside the city.
Wait a minute. I can't call it. They're a brothel. Let me use the PC term.
You went to Vegas 25 years ago. It's a different city now.
2.5 hours to get to NVE. You must drive like a slowpoke. If you're in Winstead, Connecticut, you drive like a slowpoke.
I believe Lemmy just called you a bitch, Tommy Vapors.
Fighting words.
Them is fighting words.
You know, there's so much free shit to do there too. It doesn't really even cost a lot if you go.
Vegas, yeah.
See, there we go. 1.5. That's a little more reasonable. 2.5. That's how long it takes you to get from one side of Connecticut to the other.
Oh man! Remember, everybody, the things that Lumi says are not endorsed by the Fresh 03 LLC. Like the things that Fresh 03 says on Fresh 03 shows are also not endorsed by the Fresh 03 LLC, but take no responsibility for his actions. We are merely here for insurance purposes.
Lando thinks it'd be a hangover situation for him. Well,
so you're gonna lock yourself under or we're gonna accidentally lock you under the roof of the hotel?
When you're under the influence of roofies and a whole bunch of other shit.
That's right. Vegas does have very good food. If anybody goes to Vegas, I'm recommending it 100% wholeheartedly. Blueberry Hill. Like I looked up best breakfast in Vegas, and that was the place it pointed me to. And we went and had, like, it was fucking crazy. It was like sourdough, country fried meatloaf with white gravy over the top of it and potatoes for breakfast. Oh. And it was fucking incredible.
This is country fried meatloaf. Threw me off.
Yeah. Yeah, country fried meatloaf.
So muted.
No, he's not muted. He's just trying to figure out what I just said. Country fried meatloaf with sausage gravy meter vapes. over the top of biscuits. Not sourdough bread, biscuit, like biscuit and gravy.
That is some drunk Waffle House 4 a.m. invention shit.
Oh
I'm not saying I'm not with it. I definitely eat the fuck out of it. I'm just saying we need to be clear about that.
Like it was nuts. It was one of the craziest things I've ever eaten, but man, was it good. Oh, there was bacon on it too. Sorry, I forgot.
Oh. Wow.
I'm regretting all of the junk food that I bought and now wishing I bought like clog your arteries fast food.
It was so good. We went back another time to have it. We probably would have eaten it several times. That's right. It also did come with a serving of eggs.
Ooh.
Next time we go though, Gizzard Stew, I want the chicken and waffles with apple compote. That's what I'm gonna have.
Nice.
Right? The meter's kind of
I can see that.
like it looked really good. And I had the blueberry waffles because it was Blueberry Hill, so I had to try the blueberry pancakes. I had to try the blueberry pancakes. They were very good blueberry pancakes.
Did you sing the song? I found my three.
That was the first place we went. Once we gathered up all the people that we were getting, we went straight to Blueberry Hill. It was so good.
Interesting.
Welcome to my world, Sin. Welcome to my world. I want to go to Waffle House. That's what I want.
I'm too far north as well.
Yep, unfortunately.
Oh, did you guys see that shit that I posted on Instagram today?
Looks like you guys will just have to make a trip down to Virginia to visit me.
Or I could pull a Frank and I'll just live stream it and go up there and get some hash browns all the way.
No! I'm coming to Virginia.
There's literally one 3 minutes from my house.
Yep. Yeah, we took DJ LSB Vapes there, and he had himself a face full of food, and he loved it.
To answer your question, no, I did not.
So Haagen-Dazs is coming out with a new line of ice creams that is alcohol infused. So everybody that thinks it's just alcohol flavored ice cream, it is not. It is not, because I got a couple of suspicious looks from my post, but no, it's alcohol infused ice cream.
I did see this. It has like an Irish cream one and a bourbon one or something.
Yeah, bourbon. Yeah, there's an Irish cream, a bourbon, and something else. There's another flavor, but so Haagen-Dazs, I'm sure I'll talk about this again on Friday. So Haagen-Dazs is putting this shit out. So how long until like there's an incident? Like how long do you guys think that before there's an incident? Is someone just like going hog wild on this shit because it's the best shit they've ever tasted? Then they go get behind the wheel of their car and drive it into a fucking barricade or something.
Or the alternative, somebody buys some of that, puts it in their freezer, and their fucking kid gets a hold of it.
Exactly.
Little Johnny
Because it's ice cream. And then they're stumbling around all drunk.
Yep. How long before a toddler gets behind the wheel of his Power Wheels and runs right into the neighbor's fence with no regard for anyone's safety?
That's right.
Power wheels, power.
Note to self, I need to lock my refrigerator then.
My sister was actually checking out those cars whenever we went to Target today, and she's like, $400 for one of these? You could buy a nasty old used car for $400.
And you just throw your kid like in the front seat of like a 1980 Toyota Corolla.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Here you go, kid. Good luck hitting the gas.
Yep.
Here's the stick.
Bust that thing the fuck up.
A couple of old school phone books for him to sit on, some of those inflatable arm thingies on the seatbelt to make sure, he's snugged in.
So yeah, everybody, the double standard continues.
Yeah.
We haven't even talked about the big shit this week, TJ. I'm not sure if you want to talk about it on this show or if you just want to save it for a different show. But
I did.
Be a happy day.
I did want to talk about it because I don't know that I'm on your side on this one, Fresh. I don't know that it's a happy day for sure.
Yep.
There's a plus side to it, but there is also the unknown factor that comes in. So you can't be happy about it because we don't know who is going to replace said dickhead.
yeah, I mean, I think we should speak to Donald Trump as a reality TV star and attempt to get another reality TV star into that office. And that's Dr. Drew Pinsky.
I would second that.
That would be fucking amazing.
Like we would have the buffest head of the FDA in history.
Right?
I feel bad because that was a really cool video of him talking about vaping next to Dr. Drew, but it really was fucking triggering the absolute shit out of me every time he's like, "Can I smoke in here?" It's not fucking smoking.
Bobby Lee's a little fuck up. Who cares about Bobby Lee?
Hey,
It was the explanation that Dr. Drew gave.
I was still triggered by the smoking. That's the only thing I cared about that whole time. I was like, fucking smoking.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm firmly in the Dr. Drew for head of the FDA.
So, in all honesty, since we've got it up, what are your thoughts on him leaving? being as he's caused a gigantic fucking shitstorm for us, and then just leaves when the shit's too deep for him.
I think everybody is kind of aware of my feelings. Like, he asked vapors, he asked the big vaping companies to come to the table over and over and over again. Like, he gave vaping as many shots as he could probably ethically get away with. Like there was more, like vaping got more shots than anything, and nobody would show up because everybody's too busy. Like, no, that dude's gonna try and run it. Fuck them, I'm not going. Like, everybody was too busy stabbing each other in the back to go and actually sit down at the table and try and talk to the dude. You know, whether the talks got you anywhere or anything, you know, the only way you get a voice, and the only way you get a voice is by actually showing up. Nobody would. So, I mean, he did this over and over again. He said, show up, let's sit down and talk about it. Show up, let's sit down and talk about it. Show up, let's sit down and talk about it. You can only do that so many times with the special interest groups howling over here, and you're like, no, wait a minute, guys. I'm waiting for them to talk to me first, and then I'll come and talk to you. And eventually you have to be like, all right, these guys aren't going to talk to me. What do you have to say? And then you have to try and pull a balancing act with the special interests. His vision of what he wanted to happen. There's, I'm sure, the special interest for big tobacco and big pharma just pissed all over everything that he had in mind. I'm sure.
Oh, and see, that definitely did, because you know what? Otherwise, he would not have put in an expedited fucking process for drug companies to get their drugs on the market.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, is pretty fucking shitty, because that's going to cause a lot more recalls, a lot more people's health issues, because, we have a fast process where we can get this right on the market without all the necessary testing that there was before, although even that was shoddy at best, but now it's even shoddier.
Yeah. And I'm with Giz. I mean, I think whoever winds up in that office next is not gonna have a dog in the fight like Gottlieb originally had. Like, Gottlieb was invested in vaping when he originally, or before he got the office, and he had to give up his interest in vaping to come into the office. Like, he knew what he was talking about when it came to vaping, and he was the most reasonable voice that we've had in that office. Period. It's just everybody took too fucking long to come and sit down at the table. And he lost his ability to mediate. Like, that's all it became. And then, people can howl and blame him for the things that came up. We brought it on ourselves, like we always fucking do. Like vaping always does. We brought it on ourselves. So, the next person's not going to have an interest in vaping. They're not going to have they're not going to have an idea as far as Gottlieb did. Like, Gottlieb knew what he was talking about when it came to vaping. This next person that comes in is just going to be, I've just got nightmares on the people that could wind up in that position.
And the other thing that makes me think about is all of the people that I see that are doing the big fucking hurrah for him leaving. I don't know necessarily that that's the right answer. Because, I mean, yeah, there's some shit that happened, that us not working together as a community, and businesses in the community not working together on this as well, because it's not just on the vapors themselves, it's also the businesses, because the businesses have probably more pull in this than we do, but they're failing to come together to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, there's businesses out there that are doing the right thing. We know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
But to say, oh, farewell, fuck you, I don't know if that's necessarily right, because I've seen quite a few posts where it's pretty much summed down to that, which
no.
It's okay. I get it. Everybody has their right to say whatever the fuck they want about him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think everybody's looking at that. What's coming next is tightly, because we honestly don't. We're going into a fucking black hole and praying to God we come out.
Well, but as someone who is very much vocally and publicly on that fuck you Scott train, I look at it for twofold as to why I'm on that fuck you Scott train. One, I and many others in the vape community were skeptical of him from the very beginning, because he put off a very, for lack of a better term, Slugworth-ish appearance, where he seemed like he might have been presenting our best interests at heart, but there was something underlying there that seemed very skeptical. And when you look at how he took that teen vaping turn towards the end there, it starts to make a little more sense. But then on the other side of that, specifically addressing the Trump aspect of it, that's inevitably going to come from this. If you look at the way that Trump has historically, since he's been in office, done business as far as appointees go, he almost 100% of the time goes pendulum swing opposite direction of what was there. So if we look at it from that point of view, we have the potential to get Trump to say that everything Gottlieb was presenting is fake news and he was working with the corruption and we have to drain the swamp. Could actually work in our benefit if he puts someone there that's going to work towards deregulation as opposed to pushing further the direction that Gottlieb went.
Yeah, I'm down with deregulation.
That's the reason that I am so very publicly fuck Scott, get him out.
So Saturation Station, he invited the people that had the money to make a dent in the whole thing. Like I granted that's who he invited, but I mean, who else are you going to invite? You going to invite 10,000 e-liquid makers? Like you got a bunch of you'll have a bunch of tattooed hipsters from San Mateo showing up, and they're just gonna be like, nah, man, you can't regulate us. Like we're doing something good. Like the majority of people in the vape industry don't have the vape industry's best interest at heart. Like they're just making a quick buck. So I mean, the people that actually were invested money wise, that's the people that always get invited to Washington to talk about stuff. Like that's nothing new. That's not a surprise. Like, of course he invited Jewel to the table, and of course Jewel showed up, and Jewel, quite frankly, complied with as much as was reasonable. So I mean, I give Jewel credit there. Like they complied with as much as was reasonable, and then they got raided and all their papers got taken, and Gottlieb might pop up at Pfizer now pushing the novel tobacco device. Like that might be where he pops up now. We don't know where he's going to pop up again, or he could pop up again later in a different position in the Trump cabinet. Like that's not unheard of either. So
the one thing I thought about, what if he pops up as an outside consultant for one of the firms that manages the PMTAs that are coming?
Yeah, absolutely where he could wind up.
That's the rumor now, is that he's stepping down from the FDA position specifically to take a job with one of the companies that will be doing the PMTA process.
It's possible.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If he's leaving for his own interest, I get it. Every man for himself. When it comes to making sure your family's fed and your best interest is at heart, keeping food on the table and everything like that, that I get. But
like, can we get someone in Trump's ear? Like, can we just all start tweeting him about all the shit that Gottlieb was doing? Like, can we just make some shit up about Gottlieb so that he just starts fake news and the shit out of him?
Got to get it on Fox News. That's how you get to him.
We just got to talk to Fox News. Oh man,
like his direct feed, man. It's like they've got to plug in his ear, and he just repeats what they say an hour and a half later.
Well, he usually just tweets from the bathroom. So
that too.
Makes you wonder, what is Fox News going to say about Gottlieb then?
Right?
Later,
and that's exactly one of the points that I'm making, is that with him leaving, the Trump-esque way to go about things now is to completely try and discredit the previous inhabitant of that position, which means that it could work in our favor by them saying that, Gottlieb was on his own personal fucking crusade, pushing his own agenda, and everything he presented was fake news, including this teen vaping bullshit.
Like, I get it. Like, there's a lot of kids vaping, but there's a lot of kids not smoking.
Exactly.
So
it's a big difference.
Yep.
Well, gotta have that double-edged sword.
Right.
I guess it just kind of falls into that pick which side you want to be cut by.
Yeah, I mean, and it's become a party issue now. So unfortunately, I think the fake news thing that train might have left that station, because now it's a Democrat versus Republican thing, which is fucking unfortunate. I hate when things become party issues. I despise it. Like, I just wish there was. Why can't we just take a bipartisan view? You know, why can't we just take a bipartisan look at everything? Why does there have to be a party, man? Why can't the guy with the best ideas get in there?
I agree. Shame that our country runs like this, where it has to come down to this way or that way. There's no.
Can't we all just have a hamburger and some cafefe?
Some cafefe.
That's right.
Oh, you want me to check Messenger? All right, that's different. All right. Oh.
Hey, don't forget those codes, Meter.
Hey.
What codes?
There we go.
He knows nothing about those codes.
At least I remembered. Without the help of Messenger.
Now we just have to work on you remembering Bill fucking Murray.
You know what I'm excited about? I'm excited about Captain Marvel tomorrow, opening night, Fresh 03.
Nice.
Gonna go be there. Fucking love it.
You know, speaking of you bringing that up, I heard something funny as hell on the radio on my way home from the pharmacy today. They were talking about, why do we always say that it's opening Friday night when fucking Thursday you can go and see the movie?
Yeah.
I never did understand that, but it's fucking funny. I got a good kick out of it.
They just do it to appeal to the people that have the weekends off, like kids.
Or because it's opening Thursday here, but that makes it Friday overseas.
Yep.
Yeah, that may
And
be.
usually the European and the Asian releases of big movies, especially Marvel movies for fuck's sakes, are generally like numerously larger US versions.
Yeah.
Especially with like, I think that's actually where they did the red carpet the other day, was like in London, I believe.
Yeah.
Like the London red carpet releases of big movies like this are unfucking believably huge.
Yeah, I mean, what do you get in the U.S.? You get the Chinese theater usually.
Yep.
Which, I mean, it's a nice venue, but like those European theaters are crazy.
Yeah. Gigantic fucking cedars.
Do it at the fucking PBR theater, the Pabst Blue Ribbon Theater in Milwaukee. Hand out free beers to people. I'm just saying. That sounds like a fantastic way to get some business.
Yeah.
Although, in Wisconsin, if you give a person a beer, they're going to ask for another. It's kind of like that if you give a mouse a cookie storybook that you read to children. Same concept.
Yep.
I want to hear that story. I never got it.
You know who reads that story on audio.com, I believe? Bill fucking Murray.
Oh,
There you
okay, just
go.
give me a copy of that. There we go.
There you go. See? Starter. Baby steps. Baby steps.
Baby steps, get on a bus.
I'm saying.
And then after that, I'll listen to Samuel L. Jackson go the fuck to sleep.
I have that actually, so I can send you a copy of that. It's pretty great.
That one is fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
Go the fuck to sleep.
Well, since we got a little lull and just a couple of minutes left, and we finally did remember, Meter's got a couple of codes to give away, so we're gonna give
Bill
3 of them
fucking
away.
Murray.
Codes.
See, that's next. That's what we're gonna have to do next. We're gonna have to get Adam to do transitional segment songs.
Those would be fun. If we had like official segments, like I would do
Well, you know,
some
I know
bumper audio.
I know
for
there's
sure.
a fight podcast that's kind of rock and rollish that definitely has segments that could probably use some intricate sound segment transitions.
I mean, or we could just keep playing Nick Devine videos in the middle of them.
I mean,
Those guys.
that worked pretty good too.
It did. It was fantastic. I think we got to do another one tomorrow, don't we?
Not tomorrow, next week.
Next week? Oh, so it's going to have to wait a week? Son of a bitch.
Yeah, we're gonna double up.
I figured you're going to have a whole lot to fucking talk about after this last fucking weekend.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of interesting things going on this weekend that are gonna play off of that as well. That's one of the reasons I'm gonna just do a double up show next week.
Yeah, that makes sense. And your boy got himself another fight with old Phil Davis there. Did you see that?
Oh boy, they're both of my fucking Bellator homeboys this week have gotten fight announcements released. They just put the Liam poster out today. That's why I re-Instagrammed that shit just before the show started.
Didn't see that.
Good
That's
shit going on over there now.
gonna be good. It's gonna be
Hell
fucking good. Alright. So let's do this here so that way we can get this shit out of here. We're gonna give 3 of them away. So 1 to 100 and go. You guys know the drill. Not Bob Barker rules. Whoever's closest to the fucking numbers we pick.
See, and then we could also have number picking music going on right now. Drawing music.
Boom, 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 boom. Match game.
All right, buddy. Hang in there. You're good.
He heard Adam. He was just adding some accents.
I'm just hoping his fucking pain isn't kicking in or something.
Poor little dude.
Yeah. That's my only worry about this evening show, was whether he was going to fucking wake up or not. In pain, and then if that was the case, that would have been the end of the show for me.
You are poor little dude.
Yeah.
Swaggy Shane guessed 3/4. Nice.
Well done, sir. Way to cut saturation station off with 0.
Yeah.
Like saturations, like if the number was 1, saturation station had 4.
Oh, by the way, 1 number per person.
Yeah, Erwin Kopecky.
Slow down, brah.
So Erwin Kopecky gets, what's his first number? 50?
50. That means Kevin Rasmussen had to repick, and he already did. Good job, Kevin. Oh, wait a minute. Kevin was on it, too. Goddamn.
Kevin was trying it, too?
Apparently, I was not completely clear with this. I'm going to have to rethink my schedule when I'm saying that.
So Erwin Kopecky gets 50. Kevin gets 18. Chevy Man gets 69, dude.
No, he doesn't. Fucking Lando already had 69.
Lando already had 69? Oh, you got to repick Chevy Man. Ooh, yeah.
I'll give you guys a second research your shit there. And lay your head down, dude.
There we go. Chevy Man got his in. Redneck. Kevin Rasmussen, 71 was your first? Okay, so 71's what you get. Way to be honest.
My man, doing the right thing.
I'm rooting for you now, Kevin. Rooting for you.
5,500 for Eric. Babyface Southern.
I mean, I guess if 100 gets picked, he's still not the closest.
No.
Yeah. All right. So everybody's got it picked. All right. Let's get this fucking show on the road. Stop. There you go. Ash, you want to rattle off 3 random numbers there with old Google Express?
Got it. Okay, Google. Pick a number between 1 and 100, please.
Coming right up. 82.
82.
Ew.
Chevy Man's got 88. Anybody else kind of 79?
I think Chevy Man got it.
Yeah, Chevy Man's got that one.
Congratulations, Chevy Man.
Chevy Man. Email me at golftvapes@gmail.com. That's TEE. Just like it says here in the name bar, wherever the fuck that is.
Not
Right
like
there.
this kind of thing.
Pick again, please.
Here's a matching video.
No.
What?
Pick a number between 1 and 100 again, please.
Coming right up. Six.
Whoa.
She went low.
Low ball.
One, no. One, two, oop. Lumi, 7.
Lumi was 7. Congratulations, Lumi.
I'm piffing it to Kevin since he was being a scholar.
Nice.
Nice.
Kevin.
Well done, Lumi.
Hell yeah.
Rasmussen, all right. Kevin, Vaping Swag put the email out there. Email me at that email address, and I'll get the code out to you. And Uno Mas.
Kevin Rasmussen, congratulations. See, your honesty paid off.
Yep.
Pick another number for me, please.
All right. 54.
She went high, well, she went low, and then she picked in the middle. 54.
R. Willoughby James.
With 55.
Is that our Willoughby? Our Willoughby. I don't think anybody's getting closer than 55. So congratulations, our Willoughby.
Hell yeah.
There you go. You 3. Email me, golftayvapes@gmail.com, and I'll get those out to you tomorrow afternoon when I'm done with work.
Kevin Rasmussen, do you have Amazon Prime? Wait for Kevin to answer.
Congrats, y'all.
It's super rigged, Lando. Nope. Never mind. I was going to say, if you have Amazon Prime, Lumi gave you liquid, you can go give her a sub. Because I have a feeling she's going to be gaming in that mask all night.
I don't know if I'll be gaming. I have quite a bit of sugar next to me, and I already don't feel all that great, so I can only imagine what a half a dozen donuts and cookies and jerky is going to do to me. I'm probably going to be in a food coma dead somewhere in the corner.
You're going to eat all 6 of those?
You gonna fucking question my birthday activities, bro?
Hey, go nuts.
So, I mean, I guess there's worse ways to spend an evening than watching Lumi pass out, possibly in a diabetic coma. Like your finger poised over the 911 as she starts vomiting. Like, do I call? Is she on her side? Like, is she okay? Like, do I call 911 for this? Like, will the 911 reach the right place? I'm pretty sure she said she's in Virginia somewhere.
I'm in video chat with this lady, and she gone done did croaked or something.
Yep. She ate a half dozen donuts and 6 bags of cookies. Like, she was starting on the jerky, and that's when she went down.
All right. And I just posted a link out there for the request for the next song. So,
You beat me to it.
Time to get in there.
if you are not a member of this group over on Facebook, go add yourself. If you don't have Facebook and you still want to request 2 songs, got to be top 100 Billboard charts, you can send them to any of us here on the panel, and we will forward them over to Adam. And when he does his wonderful figuring out of which song is going to be played there, yours will be entered.
I've taken suggestions from people over Instagram. Somebody emailed me one time, so I was like, all right, you're on the list. Yeah, if you don't Facebook, that's fine. I understand.
You can see this show. Basically, you can get your suggestions.
Yeah.
To anybody that you see here, we will all gladly put it in for you. Make sure you get on the list.
Somebody just joined right now.
You know the crazy looks I got when I went to Dunkin' Donuts and I asked for this sticker on my way out? It's just a on-the-go mobile sticker that they put on like to-go mobile app purchases so they could put them in their little section, but I still saw that sticker and I was like, can I have a sticker? That guy gave me some looks.
He thought you were special.
So
We
super.
saw the video on Instagram.
You should have seen the people at Target watching me in the doghouse walk by. Or not the doghouse, the doghouse.
You were in the doghouse.
I've done this too. I've crawled into many doghouses. If they look majestic enough, I will crawl into them.
They were just like, "Oh, sweet girl for helmet at home."
like I said, it was pretty funny. Like Lumi's just kind of messing with stuff.
Oh yeah,
And sister starts laughing, and she's just like.
The only thing that would have made it better if there would have been like a shade that she could have pulled down from behind the door.
I was looking for one. I was looking up at one point, like, is there any shades?
All right, y'all.
This is what I think of your judgment, sis.
Oh no, she was excited to get in after I was done playing in it. She's like, it's my turn.
All right. On that note, since it's Lumi's sister's turn, we're gonna take this bastard around the room so everybody gets their turn to speak their piece, and we can get the geese and get the flock out of here. Who wants to go ahead and sail their boat first?
Join the group. Check out my band, Eddie and the Arsons. Check out my other band, The Disheartened. You can Google either of them and listen to them and have a good time. Yeah, join the group and pick 1 or 2 songs. And in 2 weeks, you will hear me sing one of the songs.
The more I think about it, the more I do kind of want to hear Livin' La Vida Loca.
Dude, I already told Lando that, like, I would have a blast doing that song. So, like, put it in there.
Like, I want the video with Adam doing the hip swings that Ricky Martin does.
If he gets that, then I want my Chop Suey video.
But yeah, join the group.
Wake up!
And do the thing. And wake up! Thanks for having me, TJ.
Oh, is that the bonus prize? Like, if that wins, like whoever puts it up gets to do the wake up!
I mean, totally doable. And on that note, I will pass it off to you, Sir Fresh.
Oh, everybody go check out thepinkpussylist.com. Thepinkpussylist.com. Make sure you spell that right. Make sure it's a whole one word, and it'll take you to the right place. And that's where you can find the places that you can use the discount code Pink Pussy, all one word. You can use it at Adori Liquid, lucidrda.com, vinylandvapor.com, all sorts of cool places. Vapingswag.com. I believe that's the only coupon code that works except for Frumi when me and Lumi are on the air. But that is the only coupon code that routinely works over at Vaping Swag. And while you're at Vaping Swag, you can go over and go to the Freaky Fresh Friends section and check out all the cool merch that's there. You can get yourself a Fresh 03 shirt. You can get yourself a Lumi shirt. You can get yourself a Meter shirt. You can get yourself a golf t-shirt. And all the proceeds from that merch that's in the Freaky Fresh Friends section goes to Advocacy. So Old Swiggy Shane will donate to the advocacy group, that whatever the advocacy group we're supporting right now is. I think right now we're doing CASA, but whoever we're donating to, that's where the money goes. We don't keep any proceeds. None of us get paid for any of the merch. So it's awesome. And you can get the shiniest shirt in the biz. That would be a Meter Vape shirt.
I want to give the money from CASA to homeless veterans.
You want to give it to homeless veterans instead, Lumi?
Yes.
Tell Swaggy Shane where you want your money to go. And
nobody's gonna buy a Lumi shirt.
I'll buy a Lumi shirt.
I'll buy a Lumi shirt.
Yeah. Anyway, everybody. This Friday we are having we're going to have kind of an international advocacy talk, and then Saturday for DIY, the DIY show, we have Daz Cole stopping by. The one and only Daz Cole, the creator of some of the best mixes on the planet, quite frankly. So it's going to be awesome. I've been on a couple shows with the dude. He's sweet people. So I think everybody's going to have a good time on the Saturday show. So it's all I got. Everybody be beautiful to each other. Educate, advocate, be good for this community. We'll see you on that next one. I'm going to pass it over to the Murray-less Wonder.
Hi. Remember, as Fresh said, be beautiful to one another. Love on your little sleepy animals. Wake them up. Make sure you love on them.
Okay.
Thanks for having me. And hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Bye. Pissy desk.
Oh, it's just a pissy desk. I thought it was the blood-soaked hands desk today, but okay, never mind. Apparently, I'm going to go to that desk today. All right. First and foremost, thank you all for coming out. I do appreciate it. Love you guys. It's the reason why we continue to do this. And for those of you who possibly are having problems with math today, I'd like to point out this is show number 146.
Ooh.
Do you know what that means?
In a month, we're at 150.
We're 150. That's right. And then we are only a couple of shows away. I think it is a month and a half, and we'll be at the 3-year mark. 3 years of this. 3 years every week. We don't miss. I think I missed one show in those 3 years, and that's because I had other shit that was going on in my life. But even when I do have shit going on, I still make time for you guys, because you guys are the reason why I do this. Make it well worth my while. Other than that, they've knocked everything out of the park. Go to the Pink Pussy list. Go over there, and then I did see Swag's got a little something going on here. It says if you've got a little tax refund issue that's burning a hole in your pocket, you can get 25% off of both sites over there. That's a VSO site as well as the Vaping Swag site. So,
Hell yeah.
just saying, that might be a good time to pick up your unmentionables there. That's right, we're calling them unmentionables today, Swag.
I could buy lingerie at Swag. Can I get Fresh's face on my panties?
I'm sure
I'll put my face on your panties. Don't worry about that.
You probably don't even need to buy it off the site for that much.
That's free. That's free, Lemmy.
That's on a different site.
That might be on one of those sites where you missed the enlist.
There you go.
Anyhow, everybody's knocking it out of the park. Make sure you are educating, advocating, do your part. And with all of the amount of things that are currently going on in the state of what I'll call the State of the Union of vaping right now, we need to be very adamant about advocating and make sure you're contacting representatives if you live in New York, Wisconsin, any other place that is taking crazy fucking actions right now. Just make sure you're contacting somebody. You don't have to do everything, but you do have to do something, because we need to keep this alive for those people who have not made the switch from the stinkies. That's the most important thing. Other than that, I have nothing else to say other than I love you all. Thank you all for showing up. It was a blast as always. I needed this. It was a good release after fucking the crazy week and day that I've had. So, again, thank you all for coming out there. You guys are fucking awesome. On that note, I will send it over to the one, the only, the Meter Vapes, who was wrong about a certain fight this week.
Only technically, kind of. First and foremost, thank you, TJ, for having a show like this that we can count on every Wednesday to bring a panel full of Bill Murray enthusiasts and Lumi here, and then an audience full of Bill Murray enthusiasts every week to watch it. That's why we do what we do. Give to Bill Murray and celebrate his greatness, and also talk about vaping. And on that note, whether you are on team what the fuck is next or team fuck you Scott go away, the important thing for every vapor that is watching this show and that is tuning in is that you stay educated. The thing that they will always try to use against us is our lack of information, and the best way that we can combat that is with spreading the information that is out there, because there are multiple doctors, there are multiple universities, there are multiple studies right now acting on your behalf, just trying to give you information to combat the ignorance that we constantly fight. So all you have to do is educate yourself, stay informed, and spread that information. And eventually they have nothing left that they can use against us, and they will have no choice but to succumb to our will. But on that note, just stay informed. Keep your eyes out. There's always people, there's plenty of companies, there's plenty of associations, plenty of organizations out there that are willing to give you the information. You just have to be willing to look a little bit. And that's not too much to ask for something that's gotten all of us off of cigarettes, because the only way we make it out of this alive is together. We have to band together, or we will be banned together.
Okay, you're right. Thank you very much. On that note, I'm going to send you guys out with Like a Stone again. A little more audio slave for everybody's eardrums, so that way everybody can get one more taste of it. Y'all have a fantastic evening. Since Gizzard Snoo is not on the panel tonight and in live chat there, would anybody like to do the honors for him?
Remember, as you go through your week this week, everybody, try to be nice to somebody, if at all possible, and tell them what your favorite Bill Murray movie is. And get off your butts and vape. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Enjoy the music.
Masturbate a little bit.